In this video, we're going to talk about how to add a new event and edit an event. When you first get into your dashboard, if you go to your sidebar, you have events, and if you click on events here, this page will show all the different events that are currently on your website. To edit any of them, you just click on the event. And the event will open up, and you can edit any of the information on the event. To add a new event, you're going to click on Add New Event here. And you're just going to work your way down the page. Start off with the title. We'll call this New Event. And you can add some content to the content section. In the event details section, you're going to have to add actually the event dates. Normally, most events are going to be one day, so you just click in the from, and you would choose a date if this was going to be on, we'll say this one's going to take place on April 4th on a Wednesday. And you see the date comes up here, the time comes up here. You can either choose, this is in military time, you can choose if it's going to be at 6 o'clock in the evening or 7 o'clock in the evening. We'll choose that. If it's going to start at 7:30, you can just actually type in the 30 or whatever you want to there. And once you do, hit enter. Then it's going to take you to when the event ends. So we'll say this one ends. First one was on the April 4th. So we'll say this one ends at April 4th at, we'll say it ends at 8:30. So that would be, in military time, that would be 20:30. And we'll hit enter. And then that event, that time period is entered in there. That will be an event that takes place on April 4th from 7:30 to 8:30. If you want this to be a repeat, well, first of all, if this is going to be an all-day event, you click on this. If it's not, you leave that unchecked. If it's going to repeat, you have a number of different choices here. Say you want this to be a monthly event. You would click on monthly. And it repeats, say it repeats every month. We'll put a 1 in there, and say it repeats on the, we'll say it's on the first Wednesday of every month. And then you always need to fill in an end date. So you click in here, and I always click on here and put this out a few years. If it's going to be one that goes on for a long time, just put it on to a few years, and then click in whenever you want the end date to be, and then this will end after that period of time. If the event is going to take place at a different location than your location, you could put the event URL here. If there was a video associated with it, you could put the video URL here. And then there's going to be the venue where it's going to take place. In this case, we have a number of venues already made up here. You could also add a new venue here. So if I chose this venue right here, we could click on that. And I have already filled out all the information for this one, the address. You could put the phone number in here, the website in here. And if you click, well, this one, the map is going to show up automatically because I've already selected that to show up. So once you put in the address, the map location will show up here. If you wanted to, we'll save this as it is right here. If I wanted to save it, we would just click on Publish, and that would save it. I'm not actually going to save this one because I don't want to keep it. But that's how you would add an event. If you wanted to add new venues, what you would do is you would go into venues under events here and click on venues. I'm going to leave this page here. And this takes me to the venues. Here are all the venues that are currently on the website. If you wanted to add a new one, you click on Add New. And you would add your venue name. We'll call this Venue 2. You could add a description if you wanted to. And the most important thing would be to add the address. You would add that in here. If you want it to show up on Google Maps on your website, you click on this. And then when you put in an address in here, it will scroll to that location on the map. And again, you can put in a phone number and website here. When you're done, you just click on Publish, and then you have a new venue that you can just select for any of your events. That's how to add and edit events.